G'day fellas, just another YouTube. Adding a dip switch. You can see that over there, eh? Yep. Just adding a floor dip switch. Love the things. And just wanted to show you what I've done here. So you got the 3 wires coming from the dip switch over to my little switch here. Both ways are on. I'll explain that in a second. Clearly the 3 wires that come in on one row equals up to the 3 wires up here, which you got the white with black line, that's your earth. Then you've got like a red with a green stripe and black taggings on it. You can see that there. And then you've got the yellow and red. Now 2 of these will make your low beam. And yeah, well, 2 of these, be a bit more clear, eh? Add either one of these, I'm not really too sure right now, but one of these is high beam, one of them is low beam. Add either one to the earth and you get your high beam or your low beam out of these 2. So that's out of your red with yellow stripe and red with green stripe and the black markings on it. And the outcome is, when I flick the switch one way, which I'll just have a look which way it's going right now, that's the normal, so that's your standard lights on the column. If I flick it the other way, it then becomes the lights on the dip switch, and so you can't hear the lights coming anymore. Flick the switch across, back on the column. I don't know if you can hear that second noise. I'm not one to I am one to rather, I should say, to be traveling and I've got a furnace cup of coffee in my hand or something like that, and I can't flick between the high beam and low beam and things like that. And I suppose, you know, realistically a lot of people do things like that. I mean, like, you could have a comment to say, well, you shouldn't be doing anything with your hands other than driving anyway. And yeah, okay, who does that? You know, might be eating a sandwich, drinking a coffee or something like that in my travels. And love the floor dip switch. I've been using it for a while. I just been meaning to wire it up this way so I can flick between the 2 on the column or on the floor, because I've had other people drive my van recently, and you know, they like the column shift. They like the lights working on the column. That's great. I prefer on the floor. Response time is much faster. You're not doing anything with your left foot anyway in an automatic. To me, it makes sense. And in my dash, no, I didn't make that hole in it. It was already there, but I'm going to make use of it. I did make the hole a tiny bit bigger. So since the dash was already damaged, I'm going to put that switch up through here, and I'll do that now. I'll bolt it in and give you a look. So there you go, guys. That's the switch on the dash. So come back here, and outwards, high beams. Yeah, I installed a light, so tell me when my lights are on. And that's with the floor. See, nothing on the column here works. It's all on the dip switch. And I'll stop this now and give you another look in the dark so you can see what happens when I flick the switch on the outside. Okay, so it's dark now. I'm just showing you here the dashboard light. This is with the dip switch on the floor, your high beam. I'll flick the switch over. You can see it outside there. Pity about the trailer being in front of me. See, that's a dip switch not working because I haven't flicked the switch yet. That's on the column. Flick the switch over. No more working on the column, it's all on the floor. and it's perfectly safe the way it is. Try and be a bit more detail. The switch will switch the wires to the floor dip switch only, or to the column only. There is no interference from one wiring set to the other wiring set. The wiring I used was thicker than I needed. I used 25 amp, where the wire that's under there looked like a 15 amp, so the heavy wires I used are plenty good enough. The switch I used was a 20 amp, which I bought from eBay for about $4, I think. The cabling I got from just down the road here, which is freaking expensive. What else is there to mention? Not really too sure, but you can't really see the... Actually, I'll pause this for a second and turn the camera light on. Okay. So you got the switch on the dash here. Towards me is on the floor, on the dip switch. Away from me is on the column. By the time I'm finished with this van, it's going to have so many little gizmos and things. I'm not really too sure how I'd put a price on it if I ever wanted to sell it. So you got me rear view mirror, GPS. Got me 2-din. Oh. Yeah, no, it says Ford. I kind of like the looks of a Ford badge. Got the 2-din stereo. Got to fix the lights along here. I'm pretty sure, since I've got the van, I've really not liked that this part here is not lit up. And I've never really looked into why it's not lit up, but I would assume that because all the lights over here are lit up, this should be as well. So I'll make a video about how to change these lights once I get to that. But there you go. I guess the dip switch on the floor is not for everybody, but I definitely like it. It makes it a lot easier. I've been driving like that for the past year. Just never got around to putting this switch on the dash in, which I have now. Again, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll catch up soon. Cheers.